Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome to Nitro Gen Omega. It is a turn-based tactical mecha RPG, which is, you say all those words together and you instantly have my attention. I love mechs, I love tactical RPGs, and also it's very anime, which I like mecha anime. It's an easy sell on my end. Anyway, it is made by Destiny Bit and published by Amplifier, who are kind enough to reach out and sponsor this video. And I guess as part of that, I should also mention that Nitro Gen Omega is out now today on Steam, so if you want to pick it up and play it yourselves, just follow the link in the description below. With that, let's dive in and see how this goes. I think this is, so, okay, what is the name of our, okay. Nah, let's not do the crew with a K. Alright, team name Wrecking Crew. Ooh, we can just randomly generate pilots. Okay. There's also an Iron Man mode. I want... Wait, there was like one person that looked like a full-on cyborg. Hold up. Damn. Well, we could have the One Punch Man knockoff. This is gonna take a little bit. There's a number of these. Hopefully we can customize them later on. Yeah, I'm gonna keep rolling until we find like a squad that I really appreciate. It seems like it specifically tries to avoid having too many duplicates for any reason whatsoever. Yeah, I'll take this crew. I don't know, just something about this like very Bowsette energy works for me. And then immediately the like Boo Girl. And then these guys. I don't know, hopefully I can switch their details around a little bit. Or not. Yeah, the characters I think are fully procedurally generated. So, we'll have to see how that works. Whoa! Okay, here we go. You must be the new crew hired to patrol the island. I think this week we finally have a ship return, or I think this week we'll finally have a ship return to the continent for the first time. I can feel it. We just need to keep the radar up and running. But a few rabbit sightings lately. How are they even making it across the water from the mainland? Anyway, head out and patrol the perimeter of the island. If you spot rabbits, drop down and smash them. So aboard your airship, you can explore the world safely, away from the machines that roam the wastelands. Move your airship using the left stick on your controller, click and drag with the mouse. Well, I guess I might as well use the controller for this one. Okay, so this is about a world where kind of the machines came and conquered the world, destroyed everything. And I guess it has pushed us to this tiny little island. Oh, I have a limited amount of fuel, so that's something to concern myself with. But I see a thing here. There's a rabbit. Let's drop down and stomp it. We got a contract from Anchorage to patrol the island. It's our first real job as a crew. We can't screw this up, or no one's going to want to hire us. It's got a very aggressively, like, bright and saturated aesthetic, which I dig. Oh, hell yeah. One beef I have with a lot of anime nowadays, and technology nowadays, is that like all the interfaces are all like digital displays. Just slap your hand on an interface and that's it. Okay. And so immediately having like switches to flick makes this feel so much better to me. So every round of combat is divided into two phases, planning and resolution. During the planning phase, you assign orders to your pilots and then place them on the timeline. During the resolution phase, orders are executed based on the position on the timeline. Timeline shenanigans. You and your adversaries take turns at taking actions on the timeline. Normally, a pilot can only perform one action per round. You can assign orders to your pilots and place them on the timeline. You can only move one order segment on your timeline. Okay, so pilots. Let's see. So we've got all three of them. So morale, steady, steady, steady. So we've got driver, engineer, gunner, and operator. Wait, are they all in the same mech? Oh. I thought they'd all be driving different ones, but that's even cooler. Okay, so what do we have orders-wise? Move to zone, slap, guard. Orders. Reduce heat. Well, we have no heat. We can reload bullets or shoot cannon. 2 range damage to the target. I mean, I might as well slap it right there. Your mech systems display enemy intentions in the timeline, along with the number of actions they have left. Orders like scan can fully reveal an enemy's action, allowing you to outmaneuver your opponent. Probably should have started with the scan. We'll shoot them first. Battlefields divided into 4 zones, north, south, east, and west. All zones are equally distant from one another. Some orders, like melee attacks, only work if the target's in the same zone as the attacker. Others require the target to be in a different zone. Okay, so what about... So we've done gunner. What about the operator? Scan or deploy smokes. Reveals orders displayed in the segment as well as the next segment. Takes place immediately. I don't actually know if that's really that good. Okay, increasing evasion of all entities in it. I see that they're attacking, but that's it. Because I don't think we need to move to zones. Halves range and melee damage. So I'm going to put that right there. Now, do I have more? Okay, it doesn't look like they're doing anything. And deploy coolant, slap that at the very end. Begin resolution. Let's take a look at how this goes. You know, I was expecting the Bowsette girl to be the gunner, but nope. Okay. Oh, so the enemy's actually looking pretty close to wrecked already. They only have 4 HP. So many orders generate heat. If your mech exceeds its heat capacity, orders will fail. Orders like coolant can reduce heat levels. Similarly, many orders consume ammo. Your mech will eventually need to reload. Okay, so heat, we're at 0 to 7. We have 1 out of 2 bullets left. And then there's something else going along. Okay, if multiple actions are placed in the same segment, they'll be resolved in order of priority. Actions with high priority are executed first. If 2 actions with the same priority are in the same segment, the player's action takes... Okay, cool. So, what can we do? So we can move to zone. I think they're still in the same zone as us. We can deal 3 melee damage to them, or we can just guard again. I think the easiest answer is just... Yeah, did they even hit me? I have no idea. We're just gonna shoot. Like, the thing is, we don't even need to care about anything else. We can see what their actions are. Let's see. I gotta give him some other actions so we can do something interesting. Oh, interesting. And yeah, so I can stop the guard if I want to, but I don't really. Nothing there. Kind of figured I wouldn't. So we'll just take him out. So actually this is, when it says tactical, it's a different kind of tactical. I'm so used to tactical being grid-based. But in this case, it's just mech versus mech. I wonder what we'll have to do when it comes to group fighting. Okay, and we level up a little bit. Sure. Well, this feels fresh. We did it. Let's fix up the mech before moving on. Damage sustained in combat needs to be repaired using scraps. Repair your mech from the management screen. Did we even take damage? No, that's not it. Okay, team crew... Mech. Loadout. Repair. Partially damaged. Cost of repairs. Wait, did we actually... we must have taken damage then. Okay, so we can also paint this bad boy if we want to. Okay, no paint buckets. So I can't actually change any colors. Looking good. Let's head back to Anchorage. I also really appreciate that this game just immediately throws you into the action. You know what? I'm just going to turn the avatar off for this one. I'm going to be covering too much. Where were you? Well, you were busy grabbing scraps for yourselves. Rabbits attacked the radar. We're safe up here, but the ground installation took a serious hit. We're holding you responsible for the attack. Part of your contract, you're required to assist with repairs. Our old installation's still out there. We can salvage parts from it to fix the radar. Get moving. Alright. Built atop giant pillars, cities and outposts are safe havens from the machines where people try their best to get by. Okay, so we can actually buy stuff. Gas station. So we can refill. Cost me a little bit. General store. So we can get basil, flour, carrot seeds, and onion seeds. What? We can also buy parts, but we don't have any. We also have a library. So, slightly increases driving skill. Oh. We can actually give these to different characters. And yeah, everything's an antenna. Dramatically increases the electronic skill. Huh. I don't know what these do. Increases gunnery skill by a little bit. I mean, sure. Let's see what that's useful for. Okay, is there a way to speed this up? Oh, hello. So first floor, maintenance, gym. Yoga. Yoga. There are 2 pilots for a relaxing yoga session, but we need tokens to actually... So activity tokens to actually do anything with them. Okay, back to the mech bay then. Maintenance. Okay, so we've seen that before. First floor. Second floor. Game area, chill zone. Reading. Okay, no activity tokens left. Got it. Okay. Let's close back out of that. I just pressed Y to see what was going on, and I guess just jump scared myself with a whole giant airship that you can explore. I like that. It's kind of metaphor Refantasio with the, like, hey, you got some free time to do stuff. Looks like there are machines busy assimilating parts of the installation. Recovery is going to be tricky. We got a contract from Anchorage to patrol the island. Okay, same deal. I think we're still in the same general chapter. Yeah, the idea of... I mean, I don't know. I love the idea of characters all piloting one mech together. You don't see that out of a whole lot of mecha anime anymore. Like, Voltron a little bit. And then obviously Power Rangers when you combine the... Or Power Rangers, Sentai, if you want to go with that. Okay, so they have unlimited ammo. Okay. Let's do orders. We move to zone. No, we are in east. So do we want to go into the same zone as them? Okay, so they're attacking twice. Oof. Well... Unknown attack, unknown attack. Let's see, shoot cannon. I mean, the thing is, I mostly don't have anything else I can do. I can try and... Okay, that might actually work, because I think we're going to have... I think we're actually going to have priority, so we can deploy the smokes and hopefully avoid 2 of those hits. Let's see how this goes, because yeah, I do kind of want to try slapping them. It takes some damage. And we do smokes real quick. Looks like we evaded that one, actually. And then it's got a grenade. Don't know if it did damage to me. And we get some coolant. No, it actually looks like we avoided all of those. Alright, pilots. Orders. You know, we might as well start with a gunner. Shoot the cannon. Okay, they've got 2 attacks. Now we have one option. We could do guard, but I think I'm going to do slap. Okay, we do slap before that. Perfect. Then we want to do deploy smokes. And then we want to do coolant at the end. Alright, begin resolution. Yeah. So we get to shoot him. We get to slap him. I want to see the slap animation. Alright. And then they're just toast. They don't even get to run away. Sick. Alright, driving, engineering, electronics, and gunnery. I love how the most timid character is the one with the gun. The most bold character is the character that's just like the operations, the computer person. Well, that was something pretty bumpy for a first contract. The team definitely needs a breather. Maybe some yoga or sparring in our gym. We got an activity token from the last encounter. Let's go spend it on the airship. Okay, so we have tokens, can spend them on things. So, airship acts as your mobile base, and it's where your crew lives, unwinds, and builds relationships between battles. Spend activity tokens aboard your airship to have your pilots perform various activities that can grant experience, mood, and improve bonds. So, thing is, We might as well read one of these magazines. Select item. Oh, I see. Oh, and you can actually mix it. So we got driving, engineering, gunnery, electronics, and homesteading. So that's the farming. Okay, you can see all these traits. So pleasant. Mood increases a little with this person around. Optimist, laugh about that in a day or two, and grants better prices when hiring pilots. Huh. So it doesn't seem like I can actually read that magazine at the moment. Well, in that case. Have your character pick up a bass guitar. Could do that. We have the game area. We can do shogi, we can do the arcade. But I need a game for that. We can do 2 characters. Go back to the first floor. Mech Bay. Gym? Do yoga. Let's see. Who's our driver? These 2? Sure. Begin activity. Okay, so that puts them back into happy and their friends. Feeling much better now. Let's head back to Anchorage. Unfortunately, that's our only activity token. So, oh, there's also weightlifting. But leave that for later. So does that mean this is going to be more open worldy then? Because it seems like we can go kind of wherever. I guess the main point is just where are our enemies going to be? Well, at least you didn't bail on us like most crews do. Good job bringing back parts from the old installation. With a little luck, we'll have the radar up and running again soon. Last group of volunteers ventured into the ocean. Had a real glimmer in their eyes. Feel like they'll make it back soon. In the meantime, we think we found where the rapids are coming from. A replication node has appeared on the island. Since your contract's still valid, you're in charge of taking it out. Okay, so I don't actually have enough resources for gas. Oops. Wait, you're never taking out a Replanaut with that loadout. You need missiles, heat seekers. They'll track enemies even if they move. Here, take this. Salvage it off an unlucky crew. Not like I get many customers out here anyway. But if you make it back, remember me. I'd be happy to do business. Nimble Baboon Chest. Okay, so let's see. Mech and parts from the management screen. To operate, a mech requires all parts be installed as well as a pilot manning every station. Okay, contracts and quests. Seems like there's actually quite a lot to this. Contracts completed, wages total. Wages to be paid in. Ooh, so that's something I have to worry about. Okay. So that's their prices, but how do we do this? We have baboon shoulders, baboon legs, heart, core, chest. So we can do the nimble baboon chest. Which gives us fire missile and reload missile. So, so that means reload missile is something that the coolant guy can do. Let's take a look at a couple of these, seeing as we're here. So slapping costs heat, guarding costs heat, moving to zone costs heat. Pretty much everything costs heat, looking at it now. I'll have to figure out things that the character that does scanning, I'll have to look at what they do. Missiles, gotta be careful with those. They track enemy movement, but they take a while to land. If we're too close, when they go boom, we'll blow ourselves up. Your mech's engine generates energy, which must be enough to power all of your mech's parts. Oh. Can operate a station only if they're not gravely wounded. There's a lot of layers to this. A lot of, like, I'm gonna say kind of back-end management-y things, too. That you don't need to worry about. Ooh, and this has got 3 groups of enemies. I did wonder what that would be like. It's probably going to be 1 per quadrant. Actually, repetitive as it is, I actually really adore the, like, oh, this is fun. Just them hopping to the cockpits, though it seems like it was only 2 of them doing the animation. That's fun. Alright, so every time your mech gets hit, your pilots risk being wounded. The more damage your mech is, the higher the chance of injury. Wounded pilots can keep fighting, but gravely wounded pilots will be incapacitated for the rest of the battle. Okay. So what happens in combat affects your pilot's morale. If morale gets low, pilots may experience a crisis or suffer a breakdown. However, when morale is tested, pilots can rise to the occasion, perform heroic feats like instinct guard, critical hits, or even limit break. The airship circles above the battlefield. If combat becomes too difficult, you can retreat. Airship will arrive after a few rounds to extract your mech. Retreating from combat forfeits all rewards, but gives your pilots a chance to survive. That means they might actually, potentially die. Alright. So, let's think about that for a second. Gunner. We can shoot a cannon, or after 2 segments, deal 3 explosive damage in a zone. I mean, they're both in the same zone. And they're not moving, from what I can tell. Okay, so we can move to a zone. We could just guard. No, we don't want to move to that zone. I think we want to do that here. Okay, so we can reload missile if we want to. Sure. And then we can do... Yeah, they've already acted. We might as well just do operator, deploy smokes, here. Begin resolution. Okay, so missiles fire off. That's fun. We get smoke so we hopefully avoid some damage here. They try and shoot me, but I think we dodge it. There go the missiles. Hell yeah. Not enough to kill, unfortunately, but that's fine. And we dodge both. Sick. And we're going to get up close and personal. Because now we're going to slap shoot and then cool down. Okay, pilots. Orders. Slap. Okay, looks like they're really gunning for me. But that's okay. Shoot cannon. Probably the other one. Hopefully that works. Okay, so unless we completely miss, we can do deploy coolant, and we can do deploy smokes. Begin resolution. Slap them up. Alright, they're gone. So they're moving, but I don't care. And they're toast. So I think there is another enemy somewhere in this mix. Yep. Wave 2, the mech advances. Please at least let me finish the rest of my turn. Yeah? Nope. Well, that's unfortunate for me. Okay. So I've got my missiles. They've got 6 HP. Yeah, because we were going to deploy coolant, but we killed them too fast. That's slightly unfortunate. Okay, gunner fires the missiles. Might as well hit them with a missile first. Looks like they're doing double attack. Line that up. Doesn't look like they have anything else. Okay, orders, coolant. And orders move to zone. Begin resolution. So that's going to put us at exactly 7 heat, but that should be fine. Unless there's a downside that I don't know about. This is a fun combat system. Like, it's very standard turn-based RPG, but in a solid way. Oop. Ooh, we did take some damage from that one. Did we move? Okay, we did not move. Okay, so let's reload missile. Okay, they're attacking twice. Let's fire another missile. I don't think they're moving. Operator orders deploy smokes. And then orders guard. Just in case we take some hits. Wait, no ammo. Wait. Oh. That sucks. I didn't realize I had a limited amount of ammo that I could reload. Well. Okay. I guess all she can do is this. Orders. I could do that. Okay. I'm just going to deploy the coolant early, begin resolution. Unfortunately, I think this is going to go badly for me. Oh, but they're out of grenades. Okay, we only take 1 damage from that. And then unless I messed up, now we're in the same zone as them. We can just slap them to death. Oh, that actually could have gone extremely poorly for me. I did not realize that I have a limited amount of ammo. Okay, let's start with slap. That is a special. Alright. Reload bullets. Have no more missiles, because yeah, I didn't realize the smoke grenade also uses my missiles. So what does this do? Oh, it's just reloading. Alright, well that works out for me. Because we can just slap. Okay, that could have gone real bad for me. But it worked out in the end. Heck yeah, it's time to get paid. Alright, but first, I think we do some maintenance. This poor sucker's taking some damage. Okay, we also have an activity token if we want to do it. Let's go to gym. Boxing? Well, this is charming. Event Admiration. That also boosts things along. Alright. I wonder how many different characters I can have in play. Presumably I'll want more along the way. To guard against potentially losing characters. Wow, I can't believe you actually did it. You can finally go back to regular operations. I really think we'll see an airship return this time. Honestly, we're so sure you wouldn't make it back that we already contracted another crew for patrol. So we don't really have any marbles to pay you anymore, but you can take this sonar. We use it for salvage runs. And hey, if you ever decide to volunteer for an expedition at sea, come back, okay? Sonar can detect nearby enemy movement and salvage. Around the wastelands, it might find wreckages, lost cargo, or machines lurking. Approach with care. No marbles? You might be fools, but we're no charity. Let's get off this island. There's no more work for here. Oh, no more work here for us anyway. Maybe the junkers need something blown up. Let's load up the ship with supplies and head out to Redline Point. Might be a fixer there. Okay, if we run out of supplies while traveling, mood will rapidly deteriorate. The problem is, I don't think I can sell anything, can I? Well, we have supplies for a little while, but that's rough. Have 200 supplies. Yeah, but... Okay. Do we have anything else here? Nothing in the library. And if we have this guy, can't do anything there. Where I can save? New slot. This is game time 0, which is a little worrying. Okay, do we have a map? Where's our crew? Storage. Yeah, mech. We can't swap any of these out. I'm curious about this whole sonar thing. Because there's no way for me to get extra supplies. And I also have no idea. Okay. Unfortunately, flying around costs me some resources. Luckily, you can just load the game. Unless that was an autosave. Could have been. Yep. Okay. Unfortunately, I have to go out to the main menu to reload. I guess save scumming is slightly unwarranted. Okay. This one. I should not have bought that magazine. I just figured it'd help me out early. I'm stuck. I am stuck. Yeah, so my fear is, because I bought that magazine and I have no money, it won't let me leave. We're stuck in the prologue zone with no way to make cash. Yeah. Well, that's sufficiently disastrous. I can't do anything then. Oh no, we have a thing going on over here. Red line point. This looks different. We got a fixer. General store. Fools in. What's Fools in let me do? Ah, so this lets me buy characters. We have a gas station, but oops, don't have enough money. Fixer. So, cleanup operation. Pest control needed. Seems like they're all kind of the same. Get rid of some machines. Let's go for cleanup operation. Too many machines in the area. If we cut them down, salvaging is going to be a nightmare. What do you say? 130 marbles. Can I... Okay. We gotta finish this before I do more. Okay. I was hoping it would specifically let me know where. Let's see. There we go. Deploy mech. Let's see how this goes. Good. So we just had to figure out where the mainland was. I was afraid for a second I was locked in some kind of prologue zone and wouldn't let me leave until I get the 200 supplies, and whoopsie. Because I've definitely had games do that to me before, where it's like, oh, you spent all your resources, you cannot leave. I'm seeing 2 enemies. Now, do we have all of my... Oh. Do I have all of my missiles and ammo back? Or the game crashes. Luckily, game crashing, not a problem. There's so much, I mean, autosaving is just awesome. I know this sounds kind of generic, like of course it is, but... Oh. Got a little choppy there. I wonder... Oh, it's because I'm mousing over a different window. That would do it, hopefully. I can also turn down the graphics settings a little bit. I have it at, like, absolute maximum, and I could see that potentially giving me some issues. Okay, so we got 2 enemies. Both attacking me in the same zone. Orders, move to zone. I'm gonna move there. Slightly unfortunate. Let's see. Gunner. We can shoot the cannon. Fire a missile. That's only in the target zone. I think we want to shoot cannon in north. Then I'm going to do we deploy smokes? I hate to do it, I'm going to do it there. We're probably going to get hit a little bit. Only so much I can do about it. Hopefully we can get some better parts sooner than later. Yeah, I'm going to be taking some serious damage from this fight. Okay. We get the smokes. Does cost us a missile. But hopefully we can avoid both of these hits. Yes, perfect. And there's our coolant. I like how the deploy coolant is just press button. Alright, so first option is slap. So I'm pretty sure the one that is moving... let's see, which takes priority? So I can slap here. I can do order a scan. They're doing a special. So they're reloading bullets and shooting. Problem is I can't tell which is which. Because who's reloading? Is it the one that I'm hitting? I have no idea. Okay. We got them. Deploy and reload. Well, I guess actually in that case, fire a missile at that one. Orders. We're just going to do coolant at the end. Begin resolution. Because there's the slap before they can leave. The other one takes the missile to the face. So the question is, oh, they are the one reloading. Which means the attack is the one on top. And, okay, so we only get hit once. Perfect. Unfortunately for me, yeah, we have no more missiles, I think. Start by reloading that missile. Does that mean I actually have a second shot for shooting the cannon? I think so. Just guard that one. And yeah, they're just shooting me. I think I can fire twice. So we do actually have one more missile. But I think we can just kill them before they can do anything. There we go. Yeah, this is surprisingly tight. At least at the moment. I'm sure once we get better parts and more upgrades, this will be a lot easier. We also get some machine parts. Alright. And hopefully this is enough that we just go back and turn the quest in and get enough stuff that we can resupply. Oh, before I do anything though, let's not be foolish. Gotta remember to just hit the repair whenever we get the chance. Alright, we just get it. We also get 2 activity tokens for our trouble. Yo, that's awesome. Okay. We have the Fool's Inn, that gets me some more. Let's take a look at the general store. So this sells a lot of food stuff. Ah. And they do actually sell some parts, if we want to grab them. So... yeah, costs 2 power, has 5 health. Has 2 missile capacity. But this seems to be about the same. Empower melee, increases melee damage by 2 for this in the next segment. Reduces heat by 7, so that's better. Oh, they also work off of rarities. Ooh, deploy healing gel. That's kind of good. I think we're limited on how many of those we can do. Oh, this one, Nimble Chimpanzee Shoulders. 4 melee damage. And guard again. Okay, like, not too much to work off of. We're gonna have to work our way up. First and foremost, go to gas station. Alright. Let's see. I see making a name for ourselves. Have 200 supplies. Oh. Oh. I see. We have to go down to accept. Good to go. Let's head to Redline Point. There might be a fixer there. Wow. These people really don't care that the world's ending. Let's see if we can get some marbles out of them. The fixers are always looking for a reliable crew to hire. Perform contracts for them and get paid in marbles or sometimes scraps and parts. Cool. Alright, get a contract. I guess we're gonna have to complete this one first. Okay, before I do any of that though, let's do some boxing. Have these two box. Oh good, they have mouth guards. Why is the Bowsette girl just has like constant... Oop, hello. Breakthrough. They're driving... Holy shit, they got some driving skills. Okay, so let's go back up to the second floor. Chill zone. Because now I've got a bunch of these tokens, so... Huh. Don't I have like a bunch of magazines? I thought I did. Storage. Arts special. Yeah, increases gunnery skill. I don't know when to use that. Okay. I guess let's do some base. Alright, so big boost to one character. Probably better that I stick to the group activities more than anything else. Okay, we also have weightlifting, if we want to try that. Oh, already done that activity. I see, so we're kind of limited on which of these that we can do. Well, let's have them do yoga this time. But yeah, of course our Bowsette character would have maximum jiggle physics comparatively. Alright, new aspiration. I know nothing about that. Let's take a look. Can I see these? We can dismiss them. Skills and traits. Okay, so complete aspirations to unlock more skill slots. Wait. But didn't she just get an aspiration? I have no idea. Maybe it'll show up later. Or maybe we have to wait until the game actually tutorializes that. Before that, it's squandered. So in that case, I might want to hold off on using too many of my activity tokens. I'm a sucker for freelancey games. There's something about just like doing repetitive missions that just like really jives with me. At least for a while. It's one of those kind of just nice brain off, get currency, get stronger, especially if we can get better mech parts by like grinding. I think some... Ooh. Okay, so this is another one of the Sixers. Oh, the thing with the 2 is the grenades. Okay. Well, in that case, let's start with her. Fire missile. They're not going to move, are they? No. Okay, pilots, operator. Deploy smokes. Pilots, orders, move to zone. Let's see, orders. Could just reload missile. Because we don't need to cool down. We could even start with that, potentially. Yeah, hopefully smokes will keep the attacks off of us. I wonder how much, like, hopefully we can find some new parts sooner than later. Because I'd very much love to see... Oh, and we get out of the grenade so it doesn't even hit us. Hell yeah. But yeah, I want to get some different parts. Because I really want to see what happens if I... Let's see. We might as well deploy coolant. None of these matter. Scan them. They are moving. Oh, but we can actually scan to see where they're going. But yeah, hopefully swapping parts out actually does switch how our character looks. I didn't actually check when we got the new torso in. Okay, so another activity token and some materials. Do we actually need to do maintenance? Nope, fully operational. Sick. Let's just go turn that in, refuel, go from there. I am 100% going to forget to refuel. I think that is one eternal fear with these games, is that I'm going to forget to repair, and I'm going to forget to refuel, and I am going to pay for it. Okay, clean up operation. Go to the fixer, get rid of some machines. Alright, it's on. Time to make a name for ourselves. Does he have, like, he's got to have camo pants. That's probably what's going on there. Okay, so we can actually go to the general store. Question is, are parts randomly generated? Looks like they are. So, we could just go for the chimpanzee heart, which I don't hate. It's 150, it would cost most of our resources, but it would let us clear all of our heat in one go. And I think it would also generate... Oh. Alternatively, maybe we actually save up and try and go for the strong orangutan heart. It's got a higher heat capacity, clears heat by 7, allows you to repair mid-battle, and has a higher power capacity, which we are going to want. Yeah, there's also, like, nimble chimpanzee shoulders. I think I save for uncommons. I don't know how repeatable these fights are, or these, missions are. I'm also curious about the sonar. I would expect that to give us, like, randomized fights every once in a while. Oh boy, this one's a distance away. I mean, luckily supplies are extremely cheap. Hopefully we can upgrade the ship at some point. Okay, enemies here. New enemy type. At least it should be a new enemy type. Ooh, that's a new entry animation. What the heck is this thing? Looks like a... Oh, I swear I've seen a monster in another video game that looks like it. Kind of. Okay. So it's moving. So it actually might be moving. Oh, it's definitely moving up close. I guess Gunner. It's got 12 HP, so this one's going to take some doing. So I think we're going to start by shooting him. Okay, so we have one very silly option. I could slap him. We do 5 damage total. We could also just bail. Just leave the zone. Because it seems like the goblin is mostly melee focused. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave. Because he's got little choppy hands. Okay. Yeah. So it does melee. So I guess this might not work as well as I think. I don't know what takes priority. Okay, yeah, it does hit us. Oof. For 5, too. Okay. So they are definitely moving into my territory. I could try shooting first. Actually, it doesn't really matter where I shoot, does it? So I'm going to put that there. Okay, orders. Let's go to her scan. So that he is definitely doing a slash. Okay, orders move to zone. That's kind of what I figured he was doing. So as long as we both move at the beginning. Yeah, shit. It predicted where we were moving to. Okay. Get instinct guard, but this is extremely bad for me. Okay. Pilots, operation. I'm gonna scan this one. Yeah. Because he's in the same zone as us, we didn't need to... Yeah, we're toast. Unless we get another instinct guard. And actually, I'm just gonna retry that one. That sucker hurts. Yeah, if I continue, I should be able to just continue, try the fight again. It should just drop me right next to it. Yep. Oh boy. Yeah, Goblin, take it seriously. Like, big thing I'm really digging about this is just the fact that this is not chill. Okay, so we're gonna do orders. I guess what I do, gunner, orders, shoot cannon, shoot cannon. Okay, so there's its movement. I mean, oh. So it does move to target no matter what. Okay, so the reason why I couldn't run away from it yeah, because it moves and hits me, and then I leave. Ooh. Okay. So it's going to slash again. It's probably going to start by moving. We know that much. I might as well hit it with a missile. Because that also gives my coolant guy. Okay, so there it's doing its movement. Orders. Reload missile. Oh, perfect. We're actually getting out of there before they can hit me. There's a skip. Okay, cool. So it moves next to me. And then I leave. It tries to hit me. It cannot. I hit it with a missile. Tries to hit me again. What? Did I actually get it with a missile? Oh, it did. Interesting, it didn't update where it was. Okay, so we're gonna have her... He's got 7 HP. Okay, so I can't do that. If I fire the missile right at the end, that should be fine. Okay. Orders, we're gonna move... Or are we gonna move to a different zone? Actually, we might have to guard, so I'm gonna leave that for a second. Orders... do a deploy coolant, because we need to do that. At the end, we're going to run out of missiles anyway. Okay. So I think my movement takes precedence. So I guess I'm going to guard. I'm going to deploy smokes there, begin resolution. Okay, so this is going to be a little spicy. Because we have to guard. Because he's moving to target on the same turn. Okay. Uh-oh. Did that guard not go off? Uh-oh. Well, I think we died. I don't know. What happens in that case? I'm assuming we just reload. I was just gonna reload there. It defeats. Didn't make it. Oh, they freaking died. And unfortunately, I think that's going to reload for me, isn't it? No, the autosave is before we did that fight. Okay, he's still alive. Holy smokes. This game, no mercy. Yeah, if the goblin... Oh. You can interrupt your guard. Okay. So it's doing an attack at the end, which actually works out really well for us. We're going to fire missile once again right here. I just want to figure out where... Okay, there's its move. Orders, reload missile. Perfect. Okay, pilot's orders moved. Zone, just don't be there. And then orders, doesn't really matter. Neither of these change a thing. Oh, did scan actually cost me heat? Well, I guess it won't matter. Because yeah, the problem is this sucker can do 10 damage in one turn. And, well, I can technically do 5. I have to get him within that range. Okay, fire as a missiles again. Please just have a really bad pattern here. I mean, actually, I think this works out fine. Deploy coolant. Can just do that at the end. Okay. So I'm just going to move zones. Well, here's a question. If I scan these two, I think I take priority, which is a little tragic. We're going to get hit by one of these. I gotta try the smoke grenade. I don't know what smoke grenade even does in melee, if it does anything in melee. Okay, cool one. We blow them up. Puts them at 6. Okay, gunner, shoot cannon. We might have to go buy a part just to be able to survive this. Okay, let's try deploy smokes. Where's their other attack coming? There it is. If I guard here, and then we deploy coolant. Okay, so this is a little spicy, but I think this should work. Hopefully the extra smoke comboed with the guard means we take very little damage here. He's going to hang out next to me. So I guard. Okay, we only take 2. Yes. That's manageable. Yeah, unfortunately the smoke grenades didn't seem to really help here, but that's fine. Alright. Final round. They have 4 HP. We have 5. And this works out extremely well, because we still have a bullet. So unless somehow this sucker manages to dodge. Oh, it's moving. Where is it moving? Guess we'll find out. But yeah, my goal here is to just slap this sucker to nothing. Got him? Got him. Holy smokes. That goblin did not want to die. Or mainly it wanted me super dead. Hopefully we get more random missions that I can just load up, because I don't want to have to keep fighting those things wildly unprepared. We have a lot of tokens. That actually might not be a bad idea. All right, let's hit the gym. Seems like doing yoga is kind of the way. Have those two yoga. Have these 2 bucks. There we go. Vent breakthrough. She's just gonna end up becoming my big gunnery boost. Please level up, please level up. No! It's close. Okay, weightlifting. Have her lift some weights. Alright. Doesn't seem like it did me any good. So usually what I should do is probably wait on those until we have magazines. Or we can, we have sufficient magazines to actually make it work. Or make it work, actually gain stats, or well, like, my characters are sad enough that they need it. Alright. Fixer, what do we have? No more contracts coming in later. What now, then? Because, yeah, I don't have enough for the strong orangutan heart. I actually don't know. Well, on the plus side, this is a very good stopping point for the video. Is it based on timing? Do I have to go find other player or like other locations? Is there like a map? Really wish there was a map I could pull up just to be like, okay, what other spots do we have? So that's these are completed, no active things. Yeah. Contracts completed, crew, storage, mech. Unfortunately, I don't have anything else to do. Alright, well, it's fine. Anyway, I guess yeah, like I said, a very good stopping point, at least for now. So, before I go, I should mention once again that Nitro Gen Omega is now available on Steam, so if you want to pick it up and play it yourselves, get a little bit further, really customize your mech, do some fun things. Hopefully beat the snot out of the goblin where I failed initially pretty hard. You know, just follow the link in the description below. It's a genuinely good mech game with much more challenging combat than I thought. Like, so many games, especially in kind of like a turn-based RPG genres, they like to make you super powerful even right from the get-go, where you can mow through most of your enemies and the only danger they present to you is attrition. And I'm sure once I get enough, like, rare, better parts, I'm sure we'll get to that point as well. Especially if we can get, you know, repeatable missions and can overgrind for stats. But, at least at the moment, like, I was struggling there. I actually had to try, which is more than I can say about a lot of games. I also really just love mech building, and I love the fact that all 4 of my characters are piloting the same mech together. I think that's an extremely cool way of handling things, and adds a lot of... Oh gosh, you know what I just remembered? I haven't fixed my mech. That's bad. That's so bad. At least it's cheap. Alright, cool. That could have gone extremely terribly for me. Anywho, I guess let's hit a save as well before I forget about that as well. Anyway, yeah, I don't think I have really much else to say. It's a solid mech game, and I love the fact that it's not... The mecha have kind of a very... Or at least the mecha that we're piloting, go figure because of his name, has a very ape-like feel to it. Hopefully there's other parts, like we can go for tank treads, or jet boosters, or quad walker legs, or other stuff. Hopefully. We will see. I would love to see a bunch of different kind of, like, cool animal parts. Mainly because, like, can I have a rhino with gorilla arms? Is that an option? Can I go, like, mantis blades here? Can I be the goblin this time? I don't know. Anyway, I guess with all of that said, I should say a very quick thank you to Destiny Bit and Amplifier for reaching out and sponsoring in this video. It was very kind of you. It was a ton of fun. Yeah, I look forward to playing more of this on my own, just to see, you know, how much further I can get, and if I can get to the point where I'm not getting crushed by even just the random mobs and missions, because that'd be nice. But on the flip side, freelancer games don't feel right if they're too easy, and so having one where you actually have to, like, really go from 0 to hero feels extremely good to me. But I guess with all that said, if you like this video in any way, shape, or form, leave me a like. It helps more than you know. And if you want to see more rad new games every single day, then hit subscribe, because I got tons to check out and show off. Well, for now, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next time.